Yes. If that doesn't get you fired up, I don't know what will. That's Wicked, ladies and gentlemen. Be at the Civic Center through September 22nd. I am honored to be joined by two of the stars, Jenny Fellner and Alex Wyse. Kids, how are you?
Doing great, thank you.
You know, you hear that music and it does just get you fired up.
It does. We jolted up.
Actually, yeah, we did. We just got really excited.
We were talking before we started recording here about all the energy and the time you guys, when you're downtime, you're really going to kind of rest up because this is mentally and physically a lot of work.
Yeah, it is. It's a lot of work, and especially being on tour, there's a lot to get acclimated to every time you move to a new city. So it can be tiring with travel and everything, but once we get out there every night with all the lights and all of the music, as you just heard, it's really exciting.
It's a joy to do the show.
It is the business, isn't it? Once the lights fire up, you hear the music, there's something about it.
Absolutely.
It's that energy.
It's amazing, and the crowd loves the show, and it's great. We get all kinds of people seeing this show, kids and adults and the old and the young and the new, and so it's wonderful to do a show that touches so many people and brings all these families together seeing what we do. It's very special.
Yeah.
It's not every day we get to do a show like that.
It's not.
You guys are part of the national tour, and we were talking about he came from Houston before Oklahoma City. We were just talking about the summer heat and how it's hot right now in Oklahoma City. We've actually had a mild summer until Wicked came to town and that fired things up, but Houston was apparently just as hot. Tell me about life on the road, you know? You perform during the shows, but then you have some downtime. What do you guys do during the downtime?
Well, we rest up as much as we can, and then we usually try and get out and see some of the things that are exciting to do around each city. We just spent this Monday at the Western Heritage Museum here, which was really great. Yeah, really great. So we try and find things in every city to see.
Yeah, we like to go see movies and things that are, chill.
Kind of normal, kind of routine type things.
Yeah, but I don't think we're not going to go to the batting cages or anything. We have to we have to take it easy.
I'm going to climb any rock walls. Or
right?
anything,
Yeah, I can't do that. Not if I have to do 8 shows a week. Because it's a lot. It's a lot.
That is a lot. You guys foodies when you go to these different towns? You explore the restaurants or anything?
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
We went to Bricktown.
We went to Bricktown, which is very cute with the little canal.
It is a growing entertainment area of this city.
It was very cool. So, we try local food again. Like I'm interested in what's the happening thing here to eat or do or drink or whatever.
Yep.
Yeah.
See, I'm kind of the same way when I travel. Everybody has their chain restaurants. Some are good, some are what they are. But if you go to Cleveland, hey, what's good in Cleveland? What's downtown? What are the locals eating?
Because there's always something, and so then we will come to each city and we'll talk to the crew and find out what the thing to do is.
In our show we travel with some of our crew, but we also work with the local crew and with local musicians too. So it's nice because Oklahoma is really represented in our show as well.
Yeah, I was going to ask, when you guys go out, who are you hanging out with? Is it the cast that sticks together like a sports team? They're always together, or is it you meet new people and hey, let's go have a beer with Fred?
Both.
Whoever Fred might be.
Both.
What's nice too is usually in every place we go, there's someone in the cast who has hometown connections. Right. And there are a few people in our show who grew up in Oklahoma. Yeah. And so they've been bringing a lot of family and friends, and we try to meet people when we're on the road and meet new interesting people. And then we also all stick together like a sports team, because we are really a sports team.
I bet, yes. Very athletic by nature,
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
In fact, the tour will go to Cleveland, which is where you're from later on.
That's right.
So they're part of the national tour. One of the questions I want to ask you guys, the Civic Center Music Hall, you play a lot of auditoriums and musical type places. How is it? What do you think about it?
I personally think the Civic Center is one of the most special places that we've been. It's really great acoustically, and being able to look out and see all the lights, and the seats seem to go on forever, which is
you
really
can't
wonderful
see to the back
of
the house when you're on the stage, and those side boxes, it just kind of like goes on.
Yeah,
does that
really
help
exciting.
you guys when you're on stage?
It energizes us.
It's very.
Seeing all these people surrounding us up on the sides, and
the seats come really close here too, which is another thing. I'm not sure that every actor wants to see the faces so close, but it's really cool, I think.
Mm-hmm. I assume it's like a musician. It's kind of cool to play the small clubs, but it's also nice to play the arenas. Is that a similar analogy?
Especially with such a huge show. having that amount of people in front of you is really exciting.
What about the acoustics? How does that help you out when you're projecting your voice and you're just hearing that sound? Is that kind of cool just to be in that environment musically?
It's very cool. It's very exciting. It's cool to hear it, especially coming from some of the bigger numbers in the show that even necessarily we will go backstage and still, after all this time, we'll listen to Jenny sing, and it's incredible.
And there are some of the big numbers there. We're watching some of the B-roll of this. You know, I went to school at Oklahoma City University, born and raised here in this city, and being in broadcasting, that was a fine arts school. A lot of my fellow classmates were in the theater because OCU does have a nice theater school there. In fact, Kristen Chenoweth was getting out of OCU just as I got in, so I met her back in the day, and of course she was in Wicked on Broadway. My question to you guys is, life on the road, being on stage in theater, is it what you thought it would be?
Yes and no,
Yeah?
I guess, but not in any sort of bad way. I mean, it sort of meets every dream that you have, but then there are unexpected things that come along with it that are very exciting too. Getting to see new places is really cool.
Yeah, I was nervous to come out on the road. I had never been on the road before I joined.
I definitely would be.
Yeah, it was a new thing, and I was leaving my friends and family in New York, and I wouldn't see them for a while. But I feel like when I thought it was going to close me off over there, instead I feel like it's opened me up out here. So that's the best way I could put it.
Sure.
Yeah.
Plus you get to play Munchkin.
Yeah, not so bad. Not everyone gets to play a Munchkin.
This is very true. Very good point. Hey, I need to tell you guys about Wicked. This is at the Civic Center through September, I want to say it's through the 22nd it is. The Civic Center. Go to celebrityattractions.com for ticket information. But I want to tell you about the lottery thing they have. You can show up, put your name in the, ladies and gentlemen, it's not a hat, it's a cauldron. And why wouldn't it be for Wicked? Tickets as low as $25, limited amount. That's a great deal. Have your ID when you enter into the cauldron, and then if they call your name, have your ID again. $25 seats. That's for all of these shows, the special lottery thing that Celebrity Attractions and Wicked at the Civic Center is offering. Jenny and Alex, I've enjoyed this conversation. Thank you so much. And I know you guys are on a demanding schedule, being on the road, and just plus during this production here in Oklahoma City. So I appreciate you making the time to stop by.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks for
Thank
having
you.
us.
Great to meet you guys. And again, more information about Wicked can be found online, celebrityattractions.com.